Imagine looking at the night sky, and instead of a bright burning Venus, you see another Earth-like planet. What if Venus was habitable? Would we be living there instead of Mars? Let's find out. Billions of years ago, our solar system was a very different place. The planets were young, still settling into their orbits, and conditions on some of them were, well, let's just say a bit more volatile. Take Venus, for instance. Today it's a hellscape, a scorching inferno shrouded in toxic clouds. But what if I told you that there was a time when Venus might have been a lot like Earth? Scientists believe that in its early history, Venus may have had oceans of liquid water. I'm talking vast, sprawling bodies of water, just like we have here on Earth. The sun was dimmer back then, you see, and there's evidence to suggest that Venus had a more temperate climate. It could have been a veritable paradise, ripe for the development of life. But something happened. Something went terribly wrong. The exact mechanisms are still being debated, but the prevailing theory is that Venus fell victim to a runaway greenhouse effect. Volcanic eruptions, perhaps more intense and frequent than anything Earth has ever seen, spewed massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This trapped heat from the sun, causing temperatures to rise uncontrollably. As the temperatures soared, the oceans began to evaporate, releasing even more water vapor into the atmosphere, which only intensified the greenhouse effect. It was a vicious cycle, and it transformed Venus from a potential haven for life into the inferno we know today. But for the sake of our thought experiment, let's imagine a different history for Venus. Let's imagine that this runaway greenhouse effect never happened. Let's imagine that Venus remained a temperate, Earth-like world. What then? Now let's fast forward a few billion years and consider the implications for humanity. With Venus as our cosmic neighbor, a twin Earth just a stone's throw away, would we even be talking about colonizing Mars? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? Think about it. Venus is significantly closer to Earth than Mars. We're talking a journey of weeks or months as opposed to the 6 to 9 months it would take to reach the red planet. This proximity would make Venus an incredibly attractive target for exploration and colonization. Imagine, if you will, a world where humanity had already established a permanent presence on Venus. Instead of dreaming of setting foot on Martian soil, we'd be sending spacecraft to Venus to study its unique ecosystems, its geology, its potential for supporting life as we know it. We might have even terraformed Venus by now, transforming its atmosphere and climate to be even more Earth-like. Can you imagine the possibilities? Vast, sprawling cities beneath a Venusian sky, perhaps even entire continents reshaped to our liking. Of course, colonizing Venus would not be without its challenges. Even if it had remained habitable, there would be obstacles to overcome, adaptations to be made. But the potential rewards, the sheer scientific and technological advancements that could be made, would be more than worth the effort. Now let's take this thought experiment one step further. Imagine a civilization that spans 2 planets, a true interplanetary society. With Earth and Venus as our twin homes, the possibilities would be limitless. We might have developed advanced transportation systems, perhaps even a space elevator, connecting the 2 planets, allowing for rapid and efficient travel between them. Imagine hopping on a space tram for a weekend getaway to Venus, or commuting to work on Earth from your apartment overlooking the Venusian plains. Trade between the 2 planets would flourish, with each world specializing in different resources and technologies. We might have a global economy that spans 2 planets, fostering unprecedented levels of cooperation and innovation. Culturally, the exchange of ideas and traditions between Earth and Venus would lead to a vibrant and diverse interplanetary society. Imagine the art, the music, the literature that would emerge from such a rich tapestry of human experience. And perhaps most importantly, this interconnected civilization would have a profound impact on our understanding of our place in the cosmos. With 2 planets to call home, our perspective on life, the universe, and everything would be forever changed. But here's a question that keeps me up at night. If Venus had remained habitable, would life have arisen there independently of life on Earth? Would we have had cosmic neighbors, a sister species sharing our solar system? It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? To think that life might have evolved not once but twice in our own little corner of the galaxy. And if life did arise on Venus, what form might it have taken? Would it be similar to life on Earth based on carbon and water? Or would it be something entirely different, something we can barely even imagine? Would it be intelligent life? Would we have made contact? These are questions that, sadly, we may never know the answers to. But the very possibility, the sheer wonder of it all is enough to fuel our curiosity and drive us to explore the universe with even greater fervor. Imagine the scientific discoveries that await us if we were to find evidence of past or even present life on Venus. It would revolutionize our understanding of biology, of evolution, of the very nature of life itself. Now back to reality. As it stands, Venus is about as hospitable as a blast furnace. With surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead and an atmosphere choked with carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid, it's not exactly the kind of place you'd want to spend your summer vacation. But what if, just what if, we could change that? What if we could take this scorching, toxic wasteland and transform it into a second Earth? It sounds like science fiction, I know, but the idea of terraforming Venus is not as far-fetched as you might think. Scientists have proposed a number of ambitious, albeit theoretical, methods for terraforming Venus. One idea involves using giant space mirrors to reflect sunlight away from the planet, gradually cooling it down over time. Another proposal suggests seeding the Venusian atmosphere with genetically engineered bacteria that would convert carbon dioxide into breathable oxygen. It's a long shot to be sure, but the potential rewards are enormous. Of course, terraforming a planet is a monumental undertaking, one that would require vast resources and technological advancements far beyond our current capabilities. But who knows what the future holds? Perhaps one day, centuries from now, our descendants will look up at the night sky and see not a fiery hellscape, but a verdant, blue-green Venus, a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of humankind. If Venus had been habitable, human history would be completely different. We'd be a multi-planet species already. Do you think we should try to terraform Venus in the future? Or is Mars a better choice? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep exploring the universe with us.